What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the Migardener channel. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the heated raised bed. I'm gonna show you guys a quick update on this. We're gonna talk about it, talk about how it's been working, and really just get you guys excited about this concept because I am so excited. Now, you guys know that I get excited about a lot of things, and some people say I get overly excited, which I don't think is possible, but I might be getting a little bit overexcited about this, but that's okay because I know that this is gonna help somebody, and I really do think that you guys need to be trying this if you're in a climate like ours that gets winter weather, freezing conditions, and snow, but you also like to get an earlier start to some of your cold hardy stuff like lettuce, spinach, kale, arugula, radishes, Swiss chard, beets, a lot of these cold stuff, a lot of these cold vegetables, they don't mind cool weather. The hardest thing is usually just finding workable soil to plant the seeds. And so what we set out to do was just to try to problem solve. Wow, it's so cold out that my lips aren't working. And we set out to try to problem solve this issue, and what we came up with was taking de-icing cable, and we took I believe it was about a 30 or 40 foot section of de-icing cable. We got it from our local hardware store, and we placed it in our raised beds underneath the soil about 3 to 4 inches deep. And we did that so that the heat from the de-icing cable would radiate out and up as well as down, and end up with basically workable and plantable soil even when it's cold out. And to show you that this concept does work, I am so excited about this because I did not think it would work this well. To show you that this concept works, I want to bring you guys in close because this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. All right, so as you guys can see, the raised bed here is free of snow, completely free of snow. Compare that to any of these raised beds, we're talking inches of snow, 4 to 6 inches of snow. And what you'll also notice here is that the soil, it's workable. That is workable soil. You'll notice, look at that. We're talking 5, 6 inches down, 8 inches down. That is workable soil, folks. Workable soil. That is unfreaking believable, you guys. Unbelievable. Now, to show you that that was not staged, I want to show you another part of the garden here. Okay, we're just gonna go pick a random spot. Where you guys want to go? Eeny, meeny, miny. Let's just go here. Okay. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. The heating coil is here. The heating coil is here. This is not underneath the heating coil. This is just the radiant heat, you guys. And look at this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that absolutely amazing? That is incredible. Now contrast that. You guys might be thinking, well, okay, check it out. That is solid ice. Come over here. Solid ice. There is no digging that up. That's solid frozen soil. It's also super cold. So, does it work? Yes. Does it work better than I expected? Absolutely. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, a lot of you were worried about a few things. A lot of you were worried about the cable being ruined because it's being planted. And in fact, that's just not a concern because the fact of the matter is this cable it's meant to be weatherproof. It's meant to be left out on roofs for years with no issue whatsoever. And so having it buried in the soil is totally fine. Now, will we leave it out in the garden all season long? That was another thing that people worried about, and just the risk of it, being cut by a shovel or, severed or whatever. And yes, if you don't know where it's at and you just dig right into it, that can be definitely a concern. However, you can actually pull this stuff up. The nice thing is that we zigzagged it like drip line. And so we can plant on either side of the drip line or either side of the, the heating line. And what happens is as the plants grow up, you can basically just pull up the heating line when the season is warm enough where you don't need it, and you can then store it in your garage. You could just install it in the in the late season or early season to give you that extra advantage of warm soil, and then just put it inside when you don't need it. So there's no disadvantage to having it in your soil. A lot of you worried about things like leaching, if you put plastic into your soil, and if you're really super worried, I'm not going to say that there isn't something in my soil. I haven't tested, but nothing, let's put it this way, nothing that I am concerned about. Nothing at all. I feel extremely safe using it. I feel extremely safe feeding my family with the food that we grow in this bed. And I just personally think that the benefits far outweigh the costs. Now, a lot of you did bring up the fact that there is something called soil heating cable. And yes, there is something called soil heating cable. But what I was surprised to find, and maybe this is just coincidence, but what I was surprised to find is that soil heating cable ran at about a 25 to 30% premium to regular de-icing cable. Now, why would that be? Maybe it's because it is a niche product that people will seek out, and there's not a lot of comparable options out there for competition, and so you can just call something soil de-icing or soil warming cables, and you can charge a premium on it because it's a very niche product for a very niche person that's looking for this, so they're willing to pay a premium for it. I don't think that that's necessarily how we should go about things. I like to, I watch MacGyver, and so I like to look at how I can get an outcome from all my surroundings, things that I'm given at my disposal. And de-icing cable, in my opinion, works exactly the same as soil warming cable does, and it's less expensive. It's, in my opinion, stronger and hardier, more robust than soil warming cable is, and it just is better. It's just, in my opinion, it's better. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, post them in the comments box below. And as always, this is Luke from the Migardener channel, reminding you to grow big or go home, and we'll catch you all later. See ya.